Hey guys, I hope you're all having an awesome Friday. Okay, I have to tell you guys, Spirit gave me two messages to tell you guys, and then we're gonna pull the cards. So the first message I got is put yourself out there. That was very specific. They said those words, put yourself out there. And so kind of the follow-up to that was putting yourself out there in what way? And Spirit's saying, where can you shine your light, where you've been kind of hiding who you are, where you've been kind of dulling yourself or hiding away in fear. So these are kind of the specific ones I got is if you've been single and you've been wanting to start a relationship, but you're kind of scared, putting yourself out there and going on dates, going on a dating app, going and meeting people. I also had heard about putting yourself out there and communicating. There's somebody that if this resonates with you, you'll know somebody you've been wanting to talk to or share your feelings with. Some of you, it feels like a closure thing, like you've been wanting to just give somebody, like tell them about your feelings and kind of release them. The other thing I was getting from Spirit was some of you guys are opening up to your spiritual gifts and they want you to start putting yourself out there. So if you do readings or you do tarot, 111, new beginnings, putting yourself out there and putting your feelers out and doing something having to do with that. If you know you're doing something with herbs or like magic and like I call it witchy stuff, putting yourself out there and doing things like that and offering those services to other people, putting yourself out there in that type of way. Some of you, it's putting yourself out there in just general, like Spirit saying like, you know, put your makeup on, take like a good looking picture and go post that shit. Like put yourself out there, like shine your light, shine your confidence. You know, if you have something to say it, like don't hold back and hide yourself. The other thing I'm getting, and I've been getting this, so if you watched my video yesterday, I got this as well about the tiger. So I just literally was listening to music and the Eye of the Tiger came on. I've gotten this 2 days in a row with this tiger and it just keeps popping, technically 3 days, and it just keeps popping up and popping up and popping up. So I'm asking, okay, what does the tiger symbolize? Like what are we talking about? And it's about power, right? It's about when you think of a tiger, they are a predator, but they have this power and they have this intensity about them. And well, a lot of people fear them, but that's not what Spirit's trying to get at. Spirit's more so trying to get at you embracing your inner power, realizing how strong you actually are. Like a tiger doesn't sit there and question their power, do they? They know that they're powerful, and so are you. And that's what Spirit wants to remind you is you are just as powerful. You just don't realize it. I'm getting a lot of the sacral solar plexus chakra I got yesterday as well, but a lot specifically today with your sacral. So you might be releasing fears, creativities, passions, things like that coming up. But you also might be releasing like shame and guilt and feelings like that kind of, and fears and stuff that kind of gets stored in there. And things that kind of block you from having those passions and desires and stuff coming forward. So I'm going to really quickly light the Palo Santo. I've been lighting this a lot the last few days. Well, you can see, I'll show you how small this thing is. It's freaking tiny right now. But yeah, Spirit's very strongly saying it to me to reiterate this about putting yourself out there. So ask yourself the question, because it's going to be different for everybody. Where are you wanting to, look how tiny this thing is now. It was like a full stick. Where are you wanting to do something, or where are your fears kind of holding you back from putting yourself out there? So is it going out and meeting people? Is it opening up and being vulnerable? Is it communicating with somebody? Is it starting a business? Is it embracing a passion of yours, something spiritual? Is it you communicating something that you're really passionate about? Things like that. Okay, we're gonna do Osho Zen. Osho Zen. I haven't used these in a little while, but I pulled out the decks that were calling me, so we'll see what we get. Okay, what messages do you have for us? Just those. Okay, so on the bottom we have healing, and we have the miser. I'll show you the cards. We only have 3. The miser, friendliness, and understanding. So I think this is very interesting. I haven't read them yet, but just looking at them, you can kind of tell this is like holding things to yourself, keeping yourself behind this wall. And this is friendliness. This is opening yourself up, releasing the walls. I mean, yeah. Yeah, this is you guys Okay, so what they're saying is like, this is you guys holding things like close to your chest and not sharing them. Some of you, it feels like there are things that you're working toward and you're scared of telling people because you're worried about people sabotaging you, or you're worried that if you tell somebody and then you fail, and there are quotations around fail, perceived failure, which has to do with perfectionism, and they're saying work on that, but this perceived failure, then that's why you're not wanting to tell people. But it feels like maybe you're just scared to share this with people because you are worried about failing, you're worried about people's judgment, things like that. For some of you, it feels like there's something you have like shame or guilt about, and it's like you're holding on to it and you're scared to share it with other people. It feels like this is like a family dysfunctional, like defense mechanism, like what we learn or what happens stays in the family type shit. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's not true. But like what happens in the family stays in the family. So you kind of keep everything close to your chest. And you know what? I will be honest with you. I used to be the same way. Obviously, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm very vocal about, you know, abuse and different things that I've been through. And I'll talk about them now. But in the past, like no one knew, like nobody knew shit, and I didn't tell anybody. And I learned that growing up is like when something happens, you shut the fuck up and don't tell anybody. And so that was something where I had to really open my own walls up and really get rid of that belief system and actually be vulnerable with people and talk about things. And you know, sometimes we do need outside support. You know, the ones that were the strong ones, like I always say that the people who are the strong ones, they're like, you can handle it. If you've ever been told you can handle it, like fucking at least 10, 15 times in your life, you're the strong one. I used to hate when people said it to me. It used to drive me mental. And it's because we have this, not a facade. We are strong and we've had to be strong because of whatever we've been through, right? But also the strong ones need support too. Probably more so than the other ones because we're the ones who've been keeping it in all the time. So yeah, like, I don't know who needs to hear that, but if you consider yourself the strong one, or people consider you that, maybe put your walls down and start being more vulnerable and opening up and sharing some of these things and sharing your feelings and things you're going through. It feels like a lot of like anxiety and a lot of kind of just chaos of energy. So whatever you're going through, like communicate, talk about it, open up. That's what this really is. This is about opening up. This is about being vulnerable. This is about getting out of the walls, opening up, shining your light brightly, like sharing who you are, you know, kind of the beginning message, like sharing who you are, like showing up for yourself, you know, where can you put yourself out there? And this is, you know, one of these areas, but this is also you know, coming together with a community and a support system. And the card understanding, this is you coming out of the wall. This is you opening yourself up and flying, literally freeing yourself from this. Okay, that's not normally what the cards mean, but that's what they mean today. It's like literally freeing yourself. Like if you feel like you have a lack of freedom, you need to definitely, this message is definitely for you. Like open yourself up, little baby steps. You don't have to just go and, you know, blurt out all of your shit to somebody, but like little baby steps where it's just something small. And when you see that you're safe or you feel comfortable telling a specific person, then, you know, a little more, hey, do you mind if I talk to you about something else? Make sure it's a safe person. This is very specific. Make sure it's a safe person because Spirit's saying they don't want you to kind of open up to somebody that has to do with your trauma, from your past trauma, like because you're comfortable with that type of person and that type of energy. They don't want you to re-traumatize yourself where you open up to the wrong person. And not that you're going to open up to the wrong person, but they don't want you to open up to somebody who's not supportive of you, who's not going to hear you and listen to you and be that comfort, right? They want you to open up to somebody who actually is. So make sure it is somebody who you feel comfortable with, who you feel safe with, that you can talk to, okay? And that they are able to actually, they're in the mindset to be able to receive it. And I say that because people do that to me all the time. And I call it, they dump their shit on me. Like even on this page, like they'll just message me and they'll just fucking paragraphs of shit they're going through. I'm like, and you know, I feel energy when I read stuff. So it like all of their energy literally hits me and now I have to fucking release it. I'm not even going to get into all that. That's why I put too in my new, update with the services. If you're asking for a reading, do not give me any information on what you need. I don't need to know it. Like when I do the reading, we can talk about it and I'll ask you if I need to know something. That's why, but just make sure that you're not doing that. Like you're actually getting permission from somebody to open up to them and share your feelings and like that you're going through something, okay? Oh, okay. What? Oh, love is coming from some of you. 3 of Raphael. Reasons to celebrate a community of friends. Happy announcements regarding relationships or children. This has come out a few times actually. So we got the same card yesterday, 5 of Michael. This is releasing something that doesn't serve you. This is releasing, what have you been holding on to? What are you trying to find the answer to? What is it that you've been overthinking about, you've been anxious about, you've been waiting for, and it hasn't happened yet? Release it. That's what Spirit's saying, release it. Especially if you've been seeing 5s, 5, 55, 555, 5555, any 5s like that. Release it. Like that's definitely a specific message for you. They want you to focus on you and your confidence and putting yourself out there. And they want you to stop focusing on this person or this situation. Okay. It's not helping you. So with that being said, I'll show you like that. With that being said, once you release that, you're actually making room for this to come forward. This right here is a new beginning in something that is heartfelt. Some of you, this is love with the Lovers card. Oh yeah, baby. You know I love love. I am a Taurus. We love love. And I also have like Venus rising as Taurus. I'm just like love all around. So anyway, because it's such a good feeling, right? It's a good energy. It's like, that's why I watch love movies, because when I watch them, I just feel so full of love. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, okay. Some of you, this is definitely a romantic situation. It feels like you're holding on to a person, and once you release this situation, and this might be that twin flame soulmate thing I've been telling you guys about, like releasing that. But if that is you, once you release it, you're going to have a new beginning in love. Some of you, this is current family stuff, and you're going to have like a reconciliation in your relationship. Like it feels like some of you guys have been going through some situations in your relationship, some hardships over, it feels like the last like year, but some of you it feels like longer, the last like 2 or 3 years. And so this is you guys, it feels like you guys kind of doing your own individual work, but coming together to work on things together. Some of you, this is also children. This is also children coming for some of you. I'm not really getting anything other than that. It doesn't mean that there's not another message. That's really all I'm getting for this card. But it could just mean something that you love to do or something that you want. But mostly I'm getting relationship stuff for this. So that's awesome. And I love love stuff. Some of your past might be coming up. Nope. Oh, 10 of Ariel. Where's the fuck? Oh, I accidentally grabbed that, but apparently I didn't accidentally grab that. Some of you, this like past stuff is going to be coming up to release it, to bring forward a new beginning. So if you're getting hit with a lot of heaviness, like you feel a lot of heaviness of energy, or you feel a lot of emotions coming up, even if there's not like a memory attached to it, that might be why, because you're having, well, I'm hearing like some of you guys are having past traumas coming up to heal, but the memory is not coming. Like you've already dealt with like the mental, emotional aspect of it, but the energy is still stuck in there. So they're trying to release it. So you might be having like weird pains in your body or like heaviness, especially like your solar plexus, sacral, your chest area, and it coming out. Just like try to move around a little bit and see if that helps. Water always helps, like baths always help. Going in front of a fire can also help. Whatever kind of works for you, do that. There's something, some of you guys might actually be having memories come up, but it feels like some of you, it's not that. It's just like a lot of energy coming up to kind of release traumas and stuff. Yeah, some of you, this is definitely like, this is a message for you that family's coming and children are coming. I accidentally pulled this out, but I don't really believe in accidents. I don't believe in accidents at all. I believe everything happens for a reason. Like, I don't believe in coincidences. I think that's bullshit. Like, everything literally happens for a reason. In my opinion. But some of you, this is like having that happy home, that like healthy friendships, relationships, traveling, and those kids, those babies. So, and technically, oh, I just lifted the thing again. And technically it says a community of friends. Oh, I said that before too about the community of friends with the friendship card. That's funny. I totally forgot about that. Happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So, oh yeah, this is exciting. Very exciting. Y'all know how much I love love. So I love when people message me and they're like, oh my God, I found my person. I'm so in love. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Deception came out again. It's the first card. Interesting. It literally came out yesterday too. Okay. Oh. Okay. 55 literally popped out in the middle. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are seeing 55s, let go. So we got victim mentality on the bottom, and then we got deception, back and forth. These both came out yesterday. Consciousness of lack and discovery also came out. What I'm getting is, what are you not seeing clearly that you keep going back and forth on? It feels like there's something that is being hidden from you, something that you're going back and forth on. And what Spirit is saying is like, you're going back and forth. One, you're clearing old stuff and you're clearing things you didn't see before. But it also feels like some of you are going back and forth because you haven't mastered a lesson or released karma, or you haven't fully seen something. It's almost like you're intentionally blocking yourself from seeing something. There is some type of trauma there, or there's some type of defense mechanism or coping skill or something that you have not healed. And so you keep going back and forth on this, but you're going back and forth. So if you know what I'm talking about and you're going back and forth on a situation, it's because you're still in the midst of a lesson. You're still in the midst of a karmic cycle that you haven't fully healed. Once you heal it, you're not going to keep going back and forth. You'll be done. So think of like a relationship you've been in the past, right? And where it was like really like so much love and oh my gosh, so much infatuation, whatever. You feel all this passion, all this shit. Once you are done with that lesson with that person and you exit each other's lives, you don't even care about them. I don't mean that being a bitch, but like they're shit. Like you don't, it doesn't matter anymore. Like you're not obsessing over it. You don't care as much because you've released the energy, you've released the lesson, you've released what you needed to learn from that person. And that's relationships and friendships and all of that. Same with jobs, like maybe, you really loved it and then you got pulled away from it energetically because it just no longer aligned with you. So that's pretty much what I'm getting from this. And I think it's really interesting because we got this same message yesterday. So somebody must still be asking about it. Consciousness of lack and discovery. I love that this came out because look, this is a person who's literally in a consciousness of lack. There have these things behind them. They just don't see it. And then we got discovery and he's holding gold and there's gold right there. And so what I'm getting with this is some of you guys have this mentality, and especially with the victim mentality on the bottom, you have this mentality where you're not appreciating all of the things you have, all of the things that Spirit guided you to, that you asked them for before. And it's just like, it almost like, and I'm not being rude, but I'm just going to say, how it is. And I just saw 55 is, it's almost like a spoiled child mentality. Like you give your kid all these fucking toys, right? And then, Christmas comes or their birthday comes or whatever, you give them a bunch of new toys. And it's like all the things you spent hundreds of dollars on, thousands of dollars on, they just throw away because who gives a shit that they wanted that before? Now we got all the new stuff. But then that's not good enough because now a new toy came out and they want this, $500 toy. It's like that mentality that some of you guys have. And they want you to understand and appreciate what you do actually have and show gratitude for what you do have. And this is not always materialistic things. This is also for yourself as well, is showing gratitude to yourself for all your progress, not holding on to all of the progress you haven't made or all the changes you haven't made either. This is being proud of how far you've actually come as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a materialistic thing. It can also be an energy. It also could be a thought or a spiritual thing. But once you get out of this victim mentality, once you get out of this like lack, oh, I don't have this person hasn't come, this job hasn't come, this baby hasn't come, this money hasn't come, this relationship hasn't come. Once you get out of this mentality, you're going to see something. So whatever that's been hiding behind that deception card that you have not been seeing clearly, that has seriously been hidden from you intentionally, you're going to discover something new. It is going to be some form of abundance that is going to be very eye-opening to you. It feels like a spiritual quest, like some type of spiritual message that's going to be coming to you to bring forth some type of abundance. Like it feels like they're saying like a whole new world. It's going to be a complete change. I'm getting like the Pocahontas energy, like a whole new world, and the song's like popping in my head. Like you're gonna discover something completely new you've never seen or felt or anything. Like some of you could be a spiritual gift. Some of you could be like literally going to like a new place, moving to somewhere, a completely new job field, a completely new like education, relationship. I mean, anything. So we got remain positive, ask your angels forgiveness. And I apologize if I'm talking fast. I feel like my energy is like this, and I also have to go somewhere too. Okay, so open yourself up to receiving is what I'm getting from this. Open yourself up to receiving the messages, your positive energies. Ask for help. A lot of you guys, it feels like you're not praying, you're not asking for help, and your guides and your angels are there to help you. They are there to guide you. Like anytime. And I'm also getting this too is you can't ask them for enough. Like stop thinking that like, oh my God, I asked them for help too much. Or I asked them earlier, so I can't ask them again. Like, are you serious? They're there. They want to help you. You know, they're not like, oh my God, she asked me twice. Like, no, ask them for help. Okay. I fucking pray like a bunch of times a day. I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know what time it is, like 3 or 4. And I've probably prayed like 3 or 4 times already today. I pray probably like 5 times a day. At least. You can ask for help. You can ask for guidance. You can ask for whatever it is that you need. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, source. I, pray to God, archangels, ascended masters. Sometimes I just pray to like my angels in general and spirit guides and ancestors. Whoever you feel called to pray at that moment, pray to them is what I say. This is releasing. This is letting go. This is releasing shame, guilt, anger, embarrassment, fears, illusions. They're showing me the deception card again. So what you've been hiding, they're saying once you stop hiding from the truth, you're going to get clarity. So some of you guys who have been asking for clarity, and we got that a few days ago where it was like clarity, 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 right? Some of you guys who have been asking for clarity, they're like trying to give it to you, but you don't want to see it. It's like they're going to give you a message and it's like a truth bomb, and it's like you don't want to face it or see it, so you're just ignoring it. Don't do that. Like if there's something that's coming up, especially if it triggers you and you catch yourself trying to push it away or ignore it, stop, ask yourself why. It's really important for you to face these things. And I will tell you, if you've ever had a reading with me, you know I'm blunt as fuck. I mean, obviously, if you haven't even, you know I'm blunt as fuck anyway. Like I always tell people the truth about anything, and some people can't handle it and they do actually get upset, and that's okay. It's, I don't get upset about it. It's not my responsibility. You asked for a message was delivered that you needed to hear. Whether you actually deal with it or not is not, really my issue. But one, don't shoot the messenger. Whoever gives you the message, don't shoot the messenger. That's first message from spirit. If somebody's giving you a message and they're trying to help you, or they're, an earth angel or somebody who channels messages to you and they're giving it to you, it's not their fault that you don't like the message. It's not their fault that it's the truth. And this also goes for friendships, because some of you guys have earth angels who are friends who, channel, maybe don't even realize they do. Don't take things out on somebody because they're trying to help you, and be honest with you. If you're getting triggered by something, that is a clear message that it is something you need to release. It is something you need to process and understand that trigger is yours and yours alone to handle, okay? So I really, really hope that helps you guys. I am still doing the 2021 reading. If you want it, it's actually $55, so how fucking funny. If you want it, you can just shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook. If you are not on my Facebook, I am going to try to go live this weekend. I'm not sure which day because I have to figure out my schedule and kind of what's going on. And also energy from me personally has been really chaotic with handling some collective energy lately. So I don't want to make like a promise I'm going to do it on a certain day and not actually do it. But I do usually do them later in the evening. So if you go on my Facebook, Gaia Spiritual Healing, whenever I do go live, it will pop up. I usually try to give like an hour or 2 notice, but if you go on there, you ask for a card, I pull a card for you and I'll give you a message. So anyway, I hope you guys all have an awesome day and so much love and light to you guys.